Hello, hello, Kalu Kalay. My name is Notepad, and on and I write games for fun. So what are we doing today? Today we're going to be working on the preliminary. You're not supposed to. We're working on the prelim for Rumble Hearts. Change that to something a little bit better. So we're working on the prelim for Rumble Hearts. Well, things got a little bit more complicated. On that front, things got very complicated. This is my for realsies email, as you can see. My business email, and I sent them a note. I said, hey, I am working with a small group of people. We want to update the Japanese GURPS supplement Ring Dream into 4th edition. Goal is making it a bit more generalized for wrestling in general. I sent them Steve Jackson being like, hey, some people said you could just call it Powered by GURPS. I just want to cover all my bases. I just want to make sure we do plan on citing everything. It is completely free. You know, if so, what would be the proper way to cite everything? If not, is there a method of getting the rights to do such? I wanted to make this shit official. I wanted to make sure everything was official. I got an email back today. Hello, at this time we cannot provide permission for you to update any GURPS supplement using any of our copyrighted material. Doing so would imply that others can do the same and they might not ask permission. X did it, so I can. And then we have no control over our trademarks and copyrights anymore. Calling it Powered by GURPS should be good enough is not legal. Not update another company's supplement using other GURPS books. You can find more information, blah blah blah. We sincerely apologize for frustration or inconvenience caused. I did a quick update being like, hello, might have been some confusion in the wording. We're not updating anything directly. We're just writing an entirely new supplement, but based on this, that is no longer in print in Japan or printed in English. But I see we'll just need to pursue different options from GURPS and its works. Apologies for the inconvenience placed on your IP. Little bio filled near the end there, but that is the nature of the beast. So we need to glad to be back. Hello. Well, so we need to pursue a different line of doing things, and well, we are nothing but those who, well, we like to improvise here, don't we? So, improvising is what we do best, and improvising is what we will do. Congratulations! Rumble Hearts is going to be no longer being a GURPS supplement, it is going to be, LEURPS. LEURPS. It is legally distinct enough to no longer be copywritten. Let's just get rid of all of this. This is going to get a little bit complicated. But, hey, again, that's half the fun. Need to post some egregious images, but yes, this is where things start getting a little bit complicated because we wrote all of this already. So let's rewrite GURPS. Ta-da! So let's quickly do a first things first. I need to update. Let's see. Writing the do insert horizontal line. We want to make this sure that writing this a few days after the initial Steve. So we're not, I guess. Long live the SPRUG. The GURPS is dead. Long live the SPRUG. GURPS is dead. Long live the SPRUG. Yeah, so we're gonna add that. But now this is where things start getting a little bit hectic. All you need to do is go from 3d6 roll under to 3d6 roll over. This is kind of Rumble Roses. Yes, it's effectively going to be Rumble Roses. Girl got legs, yeah. It's effectively going to be think Rumble Roses, and you're on the right. If you're thinking Rumble Roses, you're on the right thing. So, first things first, we need to Rumble Hearts role-playing game. GURPS. You mean Rumble Hearts? Rumble Hearts. Use the LEURP system, which only uses 3d6 bit of Hearts uses the LEURP system. LEURPs, whenever a Joshi wants to accomplish a goal, it will be making a ISO. We need to read a lot of this shit. Okay, so whenever they'll be making a they'll be making a check to test one of their skills or ability. Skills or attributes. We'll roll 3d6. 6-sided die, 3 6-sided dice. 3 6-sided die, and attempt to score equal or under her skill or attribute. Let's see if she. She cannot, but if she can't, if she cannot, fail the check. She will fail the task. If the rolls of 3 or 4 are always successes, while a roll of 17 or 18 is always considered catastrophic failures. Let's see. Well, she rolls 13 or higher, she'll probably fall over crash face person to the mat. Is there a sexy scat? Or how much are you using GURPS as a basis? How much are you changing? All of this was originally written effectively 1-for-1 from GURPS basic set because we were using GURPS. I don't know what I'm doing now. Effectively, all of the work that I have put in All of the work that I have put in at this point is currently on fire. That is the current situation. So we are desperately going to put out that fire, whether we want to or not. Is there a sexy stat? I have an idea for it. There is going to be a thing. We are going to use it for GURPS reaction rolls, but we may need to change that. We have this steel game is 3d6 roll under. It is the 3d6 roll under. That was what the commissioner actually requested I do. That's a big thing. The commissioner actually requested I make it GURPS. That was the entire point. This was actually the very first time. Wait, this is a comm? Yes. You see right there in the corner? Right there in the corner. It's a comm. Yep. Let me adjust my mic slightly. Notepad copyrighted personality stat. Yeah, we're going to be yeah, it's in need of adroitness. We are not adding adroitness. You can't make fun of me for this. So let's see. So see what would be wrestling file. While their effective skill for a particular task is what's be Again, it's little things like we can't add success roll anymore. We have to. It's now being changed to just a check. Modifiers or bonuses and penalties that are applied directly to the basic negotiate. These may come from the environment, communicate a crowded venue. Object: someone is holding a very large sign, or the person themselves. Someone stands head and shoulders above most other people. Modifiers cumulative unless it's in which case chance of failure is still difficult, but not entirely impossible. Just a lot of little things. We want to add it. Check difficulty. Difficulty rating. We want to see. Penalties. Thank you very much for following Ghosts Have Gone. Thank you very much, Gizu. Let's see. We'll roll over. No, we're gonna keep it as close as possible. That was what requested. If this is I discussed it with the commissioner. And in case a situation like this erupted, we would be making a legally distinct version of LEURPS and. Mm-hmm. Success critical. Actually, we degrees of success measure. Really modify it if it is a critical. If it is a critical. It is a crit. If it is a critical. Critical successes are especially valuable. Failures or terrible outcomes is set the Joshi back horribly or worse. Failure. It's effectively the same. It's effectively the same outcome, but there's some, there's some little things that can be changed here. It's the same idea, same premise, just slightly different wording. Contests. I wonder if this means about myself that I'm actually fine with the role being automatic success, that automatic failures can fucking burn in hell. I mean, that's human. People like automatic successes. People like it when we win. It feels really good to win. It sucks to fail. That's all. I mean, that's not exactly like this $1 billion, like, holy shit, I never would have thought about that. But, oh god, you want me to do that? Oh, Lord Almighty, that is not how my back's supposed to sound. Oh, oh no. Oof. Oof. See, the problem with using the special system, unironically, the problem with using the special system is that Bethesda might come after me. That you need to get a backcracker. I do. Except everyone I go to looks at me in horror anytime I do that. See, what I need to do, I need to get a tiny Asian woman and or a large gay man to drive their thumbs into my back and just relieve all the pressure off my spine. Also, isn't Bethesda incompetent from the ground up? Yes. However, there's a very distinct difference. Their legal team is not. Their legal team will fuck you up. Unironically, that's why, like, the special system, Like, the reason why no one has really ever touched the special system in any other game, really, is because they've copyrighted all of this shit real hard. That's trademarks, that's about 15 layers of looking right. That's why there's never really been a big official Fallout game, except recently. And even if you pay attention to the Fallout TTRPG, which is, let me see if I can bring up the, if you look at the Fallout character sheet, this is the Modiphius Fallout game. These are specifically made to look like Fallout 76 because that's what they had the rights to use and things like that. It's a very particular way it's supposed to look. Very fascinating. Like Sony fuck you up, Disney fuck you up, or Hololive fuck you up. A bit of A, a bit of B, a bit of C. I am so far under. Don't they cover basically the same shit? They cover the same shit, but it's worded differently. That's literally it. It is worded differently. That they have the wording of special. Like, you can do it, and they're not going to come after you. But if you like try to say this is the special system, this is what I made, then they'll break your. Making the totally not GURP system, being forced to make the totally not GURP system, very different. But yeah, no, Lubu, they don't care about what it's doing. Yeah, it cares about what's being said. That's literally it. They could give a shit about what the actual like intent behind it is. It's the fact that you use special is that they're not too keen on. Okay, let's skip back. Currently, right now, what we are doing is you can use the Rumble system. I want to keep it as close to GURPS as possible. I want to keep it as close as physically possible because that's what the commissioner requested. I don't really want to deviate too far. If we do deviate far, yeah, born to GURPS, forced to homebrew. I believe that was in Rumble Roses, but we're dealing with Poresu in general, and Poresu has a lot of fucking things. Like, I'm not even going to consider adding in shit like shoot style. Because, to give you an idea, this is a shoot style. Shoot style wrestling is just we beat the fucking shit out of one another. Like, that's all shoot style is. And this isn't even, like, the road, King's Road and shit. Like, King's Road and... Yeah, no, strong style stuff is pretty hardcore. God, it would be, this game would be a lot easier if it was just like WWE stuff. Unironically, this would be a lot easier if it was WWE stuff. Because the thing with WWE is there's a lot of choreography that goes into it. It's actually really fascinating. If you ever get really curious about, really anything related to like how fight choreography, watch some of the behind the scenes WWE stuff. It is real interesting because of how detailed the storylines need to go, of how they actually fight to make sure no one really gets super duper hurt. That's why it's you can't really do, what was it? You can't do yeah, shoot style is just MMA. Yeah, it's literally just MMA. Yeah, it's sports entertainment. It's perfectly. Yeah, that's how it perfectly works. The Japanese circuit is... Yeah, shoot style is huge in Asia. Yeah, that is... Shoot and strong style are effectively the default. That is the idea. That is the default. And it was Hulk Hogan talked. Yeah, Hulk Hogan talked about it a bit. There's been a couple guys who've talked about it being like, if you can make it in Japan, you can make it anywhere. But the Japanese guys can never really make it in WWE that well because they are too hardcore. They are built, they are built different. Even like Odo, even like King's Road. Like King's Road stuff is way hardcore. And like none of those guys can make it in the WWE because they will kick the shit out of anyone in the WWE. They will beat the shit out of them. Because anytime you see, fun fact, anytime you watch any King's Road stuff, if you see them bleeding, they are not bleeding. Because sometimes in WWE, if they want to represent there being blood, they will do a thing called blading. Sometimes it's in the ring, sometimes it's in, different things like that. They'll actually like cut their palms or cut themselves in certain locations, and then they'll look like they're bleeding really bad from attacks and from getting hit and stuff. You're not allowed to do that in King's Road. If you see them bleeding, that is because they got a boot to the face and they are currently bleeding. Is it OSHA and insurance stuff? It's not even necessarily that. It's just there were a couple people who got injured in this was like way back in the day. People got injured, then it ruins the illusion in some cases, especially when you have someone who is like, oh, this guy's super strong and whatever. If the guy who is super duper strong just takes a nasty fucking hit to the head when he isn't supposed to and gets KO'd, that could really fuck up things. So to kind of keep the storyline, you're not really supposed to do the shoot stuff. You can find shoot style guys in like the real amateur leagues, but they aren't. It's mostly indie stuff because those are the guys who are allowed. Those are the guys who kind of allow it because they just don't care as much. Make a name for yourself there, and you can rise to the ranks pretty easy. King's Road, you fight and you probably get your ass handed to you. It's messy. I've been reading up on it way more than I should have. But Lucha's pretty big, and it's Lucha's Lucha. Lucha's big in Japan as well. Let me see, like Lucha Japan. Like there are actual not Lucha Libre. There's like actual Lucha Libre wrestlers in Japan, by the way. You might know Tiger Mask, because Tiger Mask shows up every now and again. If you ever want to know where King came from Tekken, say hello to Tiger Mask. Literally a Lucha Libre wrestler from Japan. There's been a few Tiger Masks. I believe they're on 4 or 5 now. He got his own fucking anime. Yeah, no, it's a Tiger Mask doesn't fuck around. That's always that one. It is something to be crazy. Easy way to get noticed. Extreme rest, barbed wire matches, beating each other with light tubes. It's nasty. Oh yeah. And these guys all show up in the same league. Sometimes. It depends on the promotion. It depends on the situation. Sometimes they will show up in the same league. Other times it's like a special event. It's Tiger Mask versus this guy. And there's probably some things behind the scenes being like, hey, you gotta, this is just how things are, There's a lot of that probably, but it kind of depends on the promotion. I believe there's like 3 big promotions in Japan currently. Yeah, there's about 3 of them. One really big one and 2 kind of smaller ones, but yeah, they kind of operate on different leagues sometimes. Other times they don't. It just depends on the circumstance of what I was doing. Let's see. When Mm. 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 Let's see. Actually, no. Mm. These are snap contests and full contests. Ooh. So snap contests. They're snap contests are resolved quickly, often. Mm-hmm. Mm. 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 And kind of the idea of a snap contest is like, this isn't really a lot of going back and forth. It's instantaneous. It's actually resolve quickly. Mm. 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 Let's see all these contestants. Success roll. Mm. 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 Or critical win. Mm. Mm. If both manage to fail, the check. Mm. 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 It's marked victory. Doesn't help that Joshi keeps getting registered as a name. Because all Joshi is a female wrestler. That's all it is, actually. Biggest one, mostly owned by Bushiroad, the card game company, makes card fight. Yeah, that's the one of the weird thing. Like, that's one of the strangest, horrifying things. You always have to remember that Bushiroad and a bunch of other companies own everything in Japan. You know, maybe any VNs that you enjoyed recently? Fortissimo. Fortissimo is the greatest visual novel of all time. It's definitely a thing. We wrote a full game on it, Lubu, and it was an experience of, it was an experience. Let's see. Okay, we want full contest. Jockey. Victory. Jockey. Victory. Because that's the idea. It's kind of like if you do manage to, if we're in an arm wrestling match, I'm arm wrestling you, you're arm wrestling me, and we both roll a success. We're not moving anywhere. We both roll a failure. We kind of waver a bit, but we're not going anywhere. I roll a critical success. You roll a normal success. You're holding. I haven't won yet, but it's kind of the idea. Like I've got you like at that 45-degree angle kind of thing. Like one of us is good. Like you're gonna. It's a lot easier for me because I just have that kind of that advantage at this point. But if we roll through failures, but I rolled a critical failure, then you get that advantage now, and I'm kind of on the back foot now, and we're kind of going back and forth, or we might even the odds again, and that's kind of the idea. Full competitions can go a little bit. Full contests can go on for a while, actually. And then I have the 6-14 rule. Okay. That should change a majority of LEURPS basic rules. Fate via anonymous agony. Not quite. You want a full... Okay, you want the full Fortissimo rundown? Alright, so, Fortissimo VN. I've had to do this multiple times, but people keep bringing it up. Basic premise. You are Reiji Yoshino, and you have come to the mysterious island that is currently... Some shit's going down. You're here to visit your mom and your adopted brother and adopted sister. Uh-oh, you've awoken something weird. You have magic powers, cause sorry kid, you're a magician now. Weird shit goes on. You get a magic weapon. She's your magic weapon, the girl on the left. Uh-oh, turns out you're also now in a horrifying death game with 13 other magicians who all need to kill one another. Uh-oh, the girl on the right is actually your adopted sister. She's part of the death game. Hey, here's your weird crush that you don't like, but she likes you a lot. It's very confusing. She's in the death game too. Here's your effectively adopted brother's girlfriend that doesn't like him very much, but it's a very complicated relationship there. She's also part of it. And things go horribly wrong from there. Uh-oh, it's time for something wacky going on. All of you are magicians. Magicians are functionally immortal. And with immortality means that you can never die technically, except if your magic weapon is destroyed. Magic weapons can take the form of just about anything, and they can do some pretty bullshit superpowers. Everyone's got bullshit superpowers, to the point where she has the ability to become a perfect swordswoman at any time across reality. Your adopted sister, let me keep reiterating that, has 2 guns that allow her to effectively shoot through anything. Your weapon has the ability to effectively cause the apocalypse. Uh-oh, your girlfriend also has a thing called a grimoire, which allows you to take away all of your senses, auto-heal, in addition to probably killing you outright. And there's many, many more bullshit super abilities. Everyone's got a bullshit super ability, including you, because you can reset anything up to 24 hours. That's it. Alright, Reiji, time to solve the crisis of Tsukujima, and if you don't, everyone's going to die, so don't fuck it up. Hilarity ensues. It's not incest. She's your adopted sister. So it's Kamen Rider meets Xenoblade. Sort of. Not everyone got their own independent weapon. You just have a weapon that talks to you because you're special. You are the protagonist, man. There's a lot more that goes into it. It is an insane anime plot, yes. Generally speaking, the first rendition of the game actually had no H content in it. Yep, it was just fighting. It is literally a fighting visual novel about crazy anime bullshit battles. Does Japan have a fetish for fucking death games? Well, they are the ones who made Battle Royale. One of the ideas as well, this is also a very important thing, death games are great. Are a great plot thing. You want to know why? Is because you can focus on a handful of characters and you don't need to think about it. And there's a very clear ending. There's a really clear ending. And you always know how to get to the ending. This is important. Didn't Battle Royale rip off Hunger Games? No. You're giving me psychic damage, Demented. The horrible psychic damage. But, effectively, you can have a small, it's the ultimate storytelling thing. Oh wow, I have a small cast of characters to hyper focus on. You have an intense, immediate problem. We're going to get into a fight at any moment. We need to solve that. Generally speaking, you have a clear ending. Yeah, I'm the last one standing. I fucking win. That's cool. It's a small cast of characters. You have an intense immediate problem, and you have a very clear ending. And it's a very, kind of bouncing off that, it's also a clear plot structure. Generally speaking, all you need to do to make an interesting death game premise: central character. Central character needs to go to needs to deal with the next threat. Character needs to go to the next threat. We beat the threat. We go to the next threat. You know, that's it. It's very easy. What's the best death game anime? It's not like I watch them. I will continue saying Fate Stay Night because I love Fate Stay Night. And it does really good at explaining it. It also kind of goes around the idea of it being a death game by it being really funny. Best tournament arc? I fucking hate tournament arcs. Legitimately, I've never watched a tournament arc I liked. None of them. Every tournament arc always feels really like it's time for the tournament. I guess if we want to be specific, my favorite tournament arc was Helk. Helk had a great tournament arc because it was so pointless. Like, Helk is hilarious. And why I really like Helk's tournament arc is because it's not really a tournament arc. It's just Helk doing things. He beats all the problems, and he just says, I want to fucking kill all humans. Let's destroy the humans. This is Helk in a nutshell. I fucking love Helk. If you've never read Helk, you should read Helk. Apparently the anime's okay. I looked at it, I'm like, oh no, I didn't like it as much as I saw it, I'm like, eh. God, Helk is good. I still need to read the technical sequel. So he is a himbo anime. It's, how do I want to word it? He has that energy, but there's a lot more, how do I want to word it? There's a lot more going on. And if you ever encounter someone who's read Helk, all you have to say is the will of the world, and you just see the tears fly of like, no! Yeah, don't worry, it's the will of the world. Yeah, Helk is really fucking good. Unironically, it's just really fucking good. Mostly because all the characters are really nice, and it leans on the shonen tropes, and it knows what it is. It just doesn't ever go there because Helk damn well knows he doesn't want to be that. Helk literally says, nah, I don't want to be a shonen hero. The only issue with Helk is that there are technically like 4 fucking endings. Yes, the manga ends 4 times somehow, and it keeps going. It's very fascinating. But, so... Okay. Alright, this is where things start getting complicated. Okay. So, we can, we can... Okay, let's... Alright, we're going to improvise. We're going to do what we do best. Time to get a... first things first. Let's approach something... Let's approach something we can reasonably deal with. Step 1, approach the situation gracefully. So, here's our hex grid. We need to use a hex grid. This is what it's been mandated. But, what we're going to do, we're going to establish this as the first post. 1, 2, 3, 5... One. So, do this right. Draw a line here, connecting here. line here. Here. Yeah, so we've established our ring. This is the ring. King of the ring, baby. King of the ring. So on average it's 18 to 20 since we have 5. We do 1 yard. 1 yard across. This would be 18. This would be 1, 2, 3. Down. Move it down 1, and then we would need to put it over 1. So do this. Let's imagine posts are up. No, didn't mean posts that aren't there. Post A. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Roughly, this would be 18. Would be roughly. So if we do if we treat all of this as 3 yard, as pretty much 1 yard. We treat all of these as 1 yard. That's 3 feet, so that's good. Perfect. That's even more cursed. This is even more cursed. Ring Dream. Ring Dream, why would you do this to me? Look how just distorted this is. Fucking... This is... What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay. This is actually good. Because with that, we can confirm that this is the right size. This is the right size, and if we assume that... Let's call this the outer ring. This would be if we do this. So if we use this, we go follow the line 1, 2, 1, 2. Doesn't fit perfectly, but leaves the bottom a little bit exposed. Leaves the side a little bit fucked, but I guess we can do 2. Okay, so if I'm doing this, connect the dots. This isn't a perfect line. These aren't perfect. They don't need to be perfect right now. Establish a horrifying... We are effectively creating a false hex. We are creating a giant hex around a square, which is comprised solely of hexes. We are on a multi-level nightmare. So this is the pit. This would be our pit. This would be our ring. Yeah, all right then. We can make slightly off kilter, but do this for us. I'm going to look out my window and hopefully nothing terrible is going on. That would be real fun if that were the case. No, I just think somebody picked up the prostitute outside. Ah. Isn't this too small for a hex map? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, prostitute. Hex grids are best grids. Shame no one makes maps using hexes. I like hexes. God, let's see. Hey, Notepad, why is having human fucking hate humanity and work so well as destruction neither only fully P character? Absolute dog shit. It really depends on the character and how it's written. Is it edge or is there purpose? That's the... it. In fact, this damn outside don't count. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, prostitutes. There's like a dozen prostitutes around where I live. They just kind of mill about. Yeah, it's... because the thing is, like, wrestling rings are not big. And, like, you gotta remember, a wrestling ring is not actually very large. And so all the action needs to take place in a single ring. Again, my original idea was actually abstracting it to be just this. Like, you are in one of the corners of the ring, and you are fighting there. So anytime you were to get... oh, didn't mean to click on that. Anytime you got through, anytime someone throws you or something, you'd be moving from one ring to another. The commissioner said that he wanted this, so this is what we're going to be working with. If we set it up like this, we can establish these are as posts. So you can actually, if you end up getting shoved into this area, you are technically here. You are onto the post, and someone can kick your skull in. On the other hand, if we do an Irish whip, Irish whips are complicated because the idea of an Irish whip is simple. We are fighting. I throw you this way. You bounce back, and then I clothesline you. That's all an Irish whip is. Now, the problem is, GURPS did not actually handle this well. Because it does not assume objects do anything. Now, and there's a lot of interactions that go on with here. What we would need to do is we need to make an option of going boink, boink. So you hit this, you would then move in a direction. You might hit this way and go this way, go straight back, or go off to one of the sides. Are they at least hot? No. They are meth heads. No. They are meth heads. 95% of the time, when you are encountering prostitutes, understand that they are meth heads. The sooner you realize that prostitution is a meth business, you will be a happier man and erase the delusion. Rent a girlfriend, this is not. Okay, so we need to. Let's see what we do best. Let's bring up the GURPS character sheet. Hello. Hello, GURPS character sheet. Okay, so don't need you anymore. Why are we bringing up the GURPS character sheet? We're making LEURPS. Yes, we are. However, we do still need to transfer some things. Okay, so So, well, let's see. We need a strength attribute. We need the strength. We need a dexterity attribute. We need a IQ. We need an intelligence coefficient. We need an IQ skill, and we need a health skill. We need a health skill. So yeah, we can transfer some of these over. Yeah, we want to keep this as smooth as possible. Smooth transition as possible. LEURPS is well, we can do this to agility. So this is we can make dexterity into agility. All right. IQ covers a lot of things. It's just your awareness. Howdy, boss. How's it going? Well, we have to rewrite GURPS, Spartan. Oopsie doopsie, we need to rewrite GURPS. It happens. I mean, oh dear. Yeah, so welcome to the grind. Oh, we've got a Manly. I wonder what Manly will show up. You're right, it's Elmal Manly. Hi, Elmal Manly, how are you? Good ol' Elmal. Why? Everyone's fucking... Make 2 pennies. You goddamn right. This is not RuneQuest, because this is technically in the workshop. Therefore, if we're inside the SPRUG workshop, we can use any Manly of our choice. So I chose Elmal Manly because Elmal Manly is funny. He's a very funny character. Actually, we can do. Positive strength, muscle for strength, brains for IQ, running for dex, and endurance for health. We can do. I think muscle work. Muscle agility. So it's muscle M A Well, the thing with IQ is the part with IQ is that IQ is not just how smart you are. Is Notepad taking an ad right? Yes. Anytime, this is the thing you gotta remember, Demented. Anytime someone pays Notepad, quote unquote, or redeems that, I just run an ad. That's all that it is. I gotta get a job where Notepad does Dragon Pass. We already played Dragon Pass. We can't, Momaji, we can't run that many ads right after each other. It literally will not let me run that many ads after one another. Yeah, I have to literally press it. Yeah, it's a... Yeah, I recently ran, so I have to wait to run another. Yeah, exactly. I thought I put it on a timer, to be honest. That's a little... It shouldn't be doing that. However... I miss... Because the thing is, it's not just IQ. It is... IQ kind of covers, like, perception as well. It's kind of like your, like, mental wherewithal. It's, I guess we could do something like sense. Like, we do something like sense. Well, sense is kind of weird in case we do want to have like a intelligence attribute. We could probably put in an intelligence attribute because that's what they ended up doing with special. Where's Moxie? See, the thing is, Draco, you gotta remember, a lot of that actually gets folded into a completely different thing. Notepad rewriting GURPS to finish a commission about women's wrestling. Yes, I am going to have to rewrite GURPS to finish a commission about Japanese women's professional wrestling. My life is a clown society. I am 24/7 clown maxing. Call me Paga fucking Lychee. This is what I do. This is my society. This is who I am. I'm gonna meet you about that. I think this clown music is very appropriate for the scenario as well. I charged him a lot less. I've made this this entire commission is I got $65 out of it because I charged him using the old pricing circuit because he waited like 6 months for this. Yeah. I am God's silliest fucking clown. Surrender to oblivion! This is my life. This is my life now. Hey, admittedly, it's $65. Hooray! To be fair, dick it over GURP with an S. Oh god. Let's... Ooh. See, my back has been getting worse. See, here's the... For those who don't know, who don't visit too often, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you a cool trick. That is my back. So if I scroll over here, that is my back. That is the sound it makes when I roll my shoulders. You may say, Notepad, that doesn't sound right. And the answer is, I know. It is entirely, I heard a pop. Yeah, that's my shoulders. That's what my shoulders sound like anytime I roll them. It's all the bones. It's a combination of the bones, my spine, and a bunch of muscle stuff in my back. I've rolled my shoulders around people before, and the usual answer is, it sounds like something's cracking. Yeah, it's gotten worse over the years, but I've just kind of learned to live with it. It's just who I am now. It is all of me. Muscle, agility, sense. Energy and vitality, stamina, resistance. Actually. Oh, grit. Strength is physical power and bulk. Dexterity is combination of agility, coordination, and fine motor ability. And intelligence is brain power, creativity, intuition, memory, perception. Milk, health, stamina, configure core, agile, or mass. Yeah, I mean, we can do something like this. But what do we call... I mean, I guess we can do... We can do this. It's your mass. Muscle agility, smart stamina. Asks to work a K into those attributes? Probably not. Mu Ags. We could just do MASS, just mass. What's your mass rating? Your Kino attributes. See, if we want to be terrible. Actually, no. What would be a good N? What's a good N attribute, everyone? Let's see. What would be a good N and a good O? Intelligence. What's a good N attribute? Nuance. Nerves. There we go. There's your Kinos. You want to deal with your Kinos, your kinetic intelligence, nerves, and observation? Boom. Writing stats are fun, but yeah, we use them. If we use mass, okay. If we use mass, that means we could do. Strength of body and bulk. Ability. Yeah, it's smart. You're asking the wrong group about the wrong N. Why does GURPS not like homebrew? GURPS loves homebrew. But it's kind of the thing that I've always told people about GURPS is no matter what you do with GURPS, it will be GURPS flavored. You can make anything you want in GURPS, but you will always taste GURPS on it. You will always have the taste of GURPS, and that's just something you gotta accept about it. And that's what GURPS wants to do. That's what Steve Jackson wants you to do. He wants you to taste GURPS every time you make something. Mm-hmm. 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 That technically, if we really want, we could also add in a double M. We could add in Moxie here. It would be Moxie muscle. It would be Moxie muscle, agility, smart, stamina, or mass. That's all it would be. It would just be MMASS. Or MMASS. What do you think? Steve Jackson only avoided becoming a ball cow by level as Zweihander guy by making an original game about being around longer. What does GURPS even taste like? Imagine it's perfectly bland, no impression whatsoever. Moxie. Why does GURPS not like what you're doing? Because Steve Jackson's information people said you shouldn't do what you're doing. You're violating my copyright. I'm like, uh-oh. GURPS wants you to use GURPS things. Moxie. Moxie is if we force of character, determination, or nerve. That's what it is. We can actually, if we use this, we can actually kind of convert. We split IQ in half effectively, because IQ would also suddenly become. We split IQ in half into willpower, charisma versus and smarts. It's a little different, but it's the same principle. It's your Moxie, kid. All right. We're going to have to put in a bunch of skill, because like a vast majority of GURPS, if you really want to know, a vast majority of GURPS is right here. This is 90% of what you actually need in GURPS. The rest of this shit just feeds into this. Let's see, Like, that's kind of one of those amusing aspects, is like, yeah, a vast majority of the game boils back down to your very basic attributes. That's like one of the funniest parts about it. Like, a lot of the math, like when people talk about like, oh, GURPS is all math and GURPS is all this, GURPS is all that. GURPS is a lot of math about editing these. That's all they are. It's how do we edit this? Well, would there be a point to raising smarts then? It would be kind of the idea of someone with high smarts and low moxie is that person is very smart, but is cannot express themselves well. It's the quiet genius. I think would be a high smarts, low moxie. On the other side, someone with really high moxie and zero smarts is someone who can kick down the door and say, let's party! And you're like, no. Absolutely not. Stop that. It's a boisterous moron versus a Finish this the hell and make the Sprug SRT. So a barbarian then. You get the idea. Like, a barbarian might have really high moxie, but not very high smarts. Moxie skills would be like charisma, would be, you know, like personality, would be like the, you know, approaching people, being like, hello. You can be an ugly person with very high moxie, and you can just project yourself very well. It's also willpower, so it's kind of a dual-edged thing. I don't know if any of you ever encountered someone who just has a force of personality. The kind of person who walks in the door and they could be spouting fucking nonsense and people are like, yeah, that's completely reasonable. That's moxie maxing. Do we want to add a 5th attribute, though? That would deviate from GURPS quite a bit already, just adding in a 5th attribute. Not like some people haven't done it before. Let's do GURPS, GURPS alternate. You even see there's fucking Ring Dream right here, baby. This is Ring Dream, by the way. That's the main girl from Ring Dream. So fucking fun. I like. Strength, agility. So yeah, I mean, it's not like people haven't done it. I mean, yeah, it's not like people have. Let's see. Examining many faces of existing stats. Actually, we don't even without leading up camps. Oh, my rubber nen. It's not entirely unknown. Do something like that. Adding that makes it magic vitality. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Woodcuck. Mamast. No, we are not adding. We are not trying to add more attributes to say funny acronyms. if we wanted to change muscle, we could probably change it to power. Like we could probably change that to power pretty easily. If we want to do something like it would be power. You know, that there's a couple things we could do with that. PASSM. I mean, it would MPASS, MPAS. Maps? No, what? Damn it, we can't use the word map anymore. Map got taken over by perverts. Fuck. A spam. Spam could work. Spam would be funny. I think I like mass though. MMASS. Nice, has a good ring to it. MMASS. And it's appropriate because we're dealing with fighting. So that would be Moxie. Would be Moxie muscle. Moxie strength. So if you want to play a quiet genius, you would play someone with high smarts, low moxie. But if you want to play someone who is kind of very personable but has absolutely nothing going on upstairs, you would have high moxie, low smarts. On the other hand, in the ring, let's think about this in the ring. Stamina is going to keep us upright and going. We need stamina to stay healthy. With no stamina, we're not going to make it out of the hood. Smarts is going to let us make calls. This is also our perception, don't forget. This is how smart we are, how fast we can think things through, as well as our ability to see things. Agility, pretty easy to understand. It's our ability to dodge, it's our ability to move, it's our ability to get out of the way. Muscle, how strong we are. Moxie is going to be us working the crowd a little bit. A low smarts wrestler is going to be someone who cannot see what's in front. Let's think about it. A high moxie wrestler, a high moxie Joshi is going to be someone who wants to win the crowd over. She may not win many fights. She is going to win the crowd by virtue of being there, though. She is going to stand up and say, hippity hoppity, I am the greatest thing since sliced bread, fuck you. And everyone's going to say, yay, we love you. We love you, Shining Rabbit. And everyone's like, yay. She might get power slammed into the ring, but she's going to have the highest at the end of things. Someone with really low moxie, though, is someone who is really, really bad at winning the crowd over. Crowd does not care for her. She doesn't have that striking personality necessarily to win people over. She might be pretty. She might be a beautiful woman. She might be someone who is physically attractive, but has like that personality of a brick or is just really abrasive to be around. It's kind of that idea being like an ugly guy you're friends with is infinitely better to deal with than a very attractive guy you fucking hate to be around. Like that fuck it. I would rather be around an ugly guy who's just a nice person, I like dealing with them, than a beautiful woman who I have nothing in common with. Like, that's kind of the idea. Well, there are two victories you need, the match and the crowd, effectively. And it's kind of the idea where sometimes you know you can't win the match necessarily, so just win the crowd. You're getting your fucking ass handed to you. Though Moxie might also fit the role as a heel. It wouldn't necessarily even be the role of a heel. It would be the role of a... You would naturally find yourself as a heel because people just don't like you. And it's a different way of looking at it. It's kind of the idea like a good heel. A good heel kind of walks up. Hey, bastards, I'm the emissary from hell, and I'm gonna kill your favorite wrestler by power slamming him into the dirt. And, you know, he's just that one that has that energy of, like, I'm the fucking villain, and revels in it. People are like, we fucking hate you, woo! Low moxie heel, and you're like, oh, it's this guy. Oh, he just flattened our John Cena into the fucking ground. You're an asshole, we don't like you because you're just boring. So So it's not unusual to have a high moxie but low fight. Yeah, it's kind of the idea of like, if you're working as a team, you may have someone who is really high yeah, it's Undertaker versus Scrappy Doo. That is a really good way of looking at it, Demented. Thank you very much for following Last in Paradise. We are 75% way of getting to our goal, by the way. Yeah, it's kind of the idea. Nobody likes Scrappy Doo. Scrappy Doo has shitty moxie. That's the thing. Are you building a TTRPG? We're having to rebuild a TTRPG, unfortunately. Yeah, it's like, nobody likes Scrappy. Scrappy's an asshole. He's just an annoying, awful person, and we don't like dealing with Scrappy. But we like The Undertaker. Undertaker's an evil guy. He rises from the dead, beats up John Cena, and throws him in the dumpster, and we all laugh at John Cena for dying. No, John Cena, Family Guy, death posing on the ground. You know, we were like, yay, Undertaker, you're an asshole. But then we go to muscle. Someone with really high muscle is the, I'm going to pick you up and throw you over the fucking, over the ring, effectively. I'm going to throw you over the ropes, you're going to slam down, and then I'm like, I'm going to, you know, then it's like you grab the, you know, it's you grabbing the person holding up. Oh my, I have my full rulebook, 50 pages of rules. I'd be honored to spend more than 5 minutes talking with you on your stream about it. Yeah, no, if you got anything to talk about, go ahead. I'm all ears. I'm gonna be kind of musing about this. For context, Lost in Paradise. Also, the notes get bigger. Originally, we were going to make a GURP supplement, but Steve Jackson told me to fuck off. So we're having to write legally exclusive universal role-playing systems. So we're rewriting GURPS effectively. Because we've lost the plot. Oh wow. Yeah, we've lost the plot. Yeah, no. If I don't know if you're part of the Discord. If you're part of the Discord, feel free to post it in there. There's a lot of people in there that'd be willing to talk. I usually pop on Discord at night, so yeah, no, this is my life now. But oh yeah, here it should be in the links. It should be in the links. I say it should be. It should be. Let's see if I can find the fucking link. There we go. There we go, there's a Discord link. Wait, what is it? So it's like the biggest day, yeah. So the idea is a very strong person, you know, a very strong fight, you know, a very strong fighter is going to lift people up. They're going to get them in holds. They're going to fuck your day up. They are pure strength though. Low muscle is that they don't really have the muscle to back things up. They're not landing those big decisive hits. They're not going to KO you at all. They're not going to do anything like that. They are not about downing you. They are about trying to get you into a hold or try to tire you out, which leads us to agility. High agility. You're fast, you're nimble, you're dodgy. It's the, fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee kind of thing. What channel is best to post the document? You can probably post it in, Drinking Lounge, probably. Drinking Lounge could work. If you just want to ask some people some questions, you can ask in question time too, or submissions, whatever works best for you. Like, yeah, it's like agility is you're just fast, you're landing those, we would need to make it a way that it's little hits. The idea would be muscle is going in for the, okay, I'm going to punch you once, and I punch you and you go flying across the lit ring, TF2 ragdoll style. Agility is I punch you once and I laugh at you. I punch you 50 times and you're not having a good time anymore. Low agility is you are a slow, lumbering beast. Thank you very much for subscribing, by the way. You are a slow, lumbering beast. Stomp, stomp, stomp. You're not going to dodge blows. You're not going to get out of the way often. You're going to take them. take them on the chest. You're going to say, all right, hit me. I'm gonna get over here. I'm gonna grab you. You are the refrigerator. The other person's trying to get away from you, or they're trying to close the distance on you. Or you're just very clumsy. Honestly, you're just very clumsy. Yeah, you got the power. You don't have the, you might have the power, but you may not have that. Smarts is all about using your surroundings. It's having decent smarts is understanding, hey, why don't I just shove him in the ring? Why don't I just shove him over the rails? It's, hey, I know I can understand what I'm doing here. I'm gonna find my way out of it. It's just being smart. It's being perceptive. It's quick thinking. Hey, he's gonna try to land a big punch on me, but if I do a quick jab to his fucking kidney, he's not gonna have a good time. The really low smarts is you're not seeing those. That's kind of the idea. You're not seeing the openings. You're not being able to perceive what's going on. Someone with really high smarts is going to be able to go first, assess what's going on, and get the advantage on you. Someone with really low smarts, though, probably has high something else. Hey, this person has really high muscle, and might go slow. He may not be seeing ahead of time, but if he lands a punch on you, you're going away. You're going to the forever box. Stamina's pretty easy. It's just how long you can last. High stamina fighters can stay in the fight longer. That seems pretty obvious, but you can stay in the fight longer and you can stay upright longer. Versus, if you have really low stamina, you want to end the fight as fast as possible. You want to end it well, and you want to have an advantage. It is, you are a glass cannon. You need to avoid getting hit. You need to avoid getting into holds, because you can't survive those. Getting fatigued is your biggest problem here. Okay. All right. Cuckoo-choo-choo. What do you think of dual attribute roles like Stamina plus Moxie do impressive introduction and such? GURPS cannot handle that. Won't let me post the second document. Is it too large? It might be too large. Actually, no. Drinking Lounge does have a small timer on things. Yeah, it is slow mode. Just so people type out longer responses with more nuanced ideas. That was the hope. Mostly, it's people waxing philosophically and being sad. You can't actually do dual attribute rolls, I don't think, in GURPS, and I don't think we can do them in LEURPS due to its 3d6 roll under nature. Unless we want to do some, like, take the fucking average roll, maybe? Would that work? Can we do that? I mean, I guess we can. After you finish describing your stat system, would you like to check out mine? I'll give you some ideas. I'll check it out in a bit. Right now, I just want to kind of get some basic ideas hammered out. Because if we do this, then we immediately move on to health. If we move on to health points or HP, I keep hitting fucking Control N when I mean B. We do this, it would be stamina times 2. Pretty much how much stamina you have. You can have quite a bit of health, but attack is kind of landing a big one. Actually, no. We can do health points equals stamina. Fatigue equals stamina. Actually, no. We can do health points. It'd be muscle plus stamina. Muscle plus stamina. Fatigue would be Moxie plus stamina. There we go. Fatigue would be Moxie plus stamina. Yeah, okay, so then we would do movement. Movement would... Agility. Actually, the action would be the action. We could do agility plus. Not really rolling stamina for anything. It would just be reactions agility plus stamina divided by, yeah, agility. We just do agility plus stamina. We'd have it like that in the 20s. But can we work with that to do something else? We can tie that into technique, maybe. Wouldn't reaction be smarts? Yeah. I mean, if we do... Actually, we can do smarts plus agility. Smarts plus agility. It's a combination of speed and perception. So it's... Yeah, we wouldn't even have to worry about stamina. Why am I keep applying stamina to this? I don't need to listen to GURPS as much. Reaction would just be your smarts times your agility. Stamina is not that. It is a reflection of your health. Pretty much how physically healthy you are. You could have really medium muscle, but you maybe have really high stamina, being like, you're not physically strong, you're just really fucking healthy. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, you know, a thing of whey powder keeps, you know, bit goblins. Then it would be... Perception, don't really need to worry about perception. Fatigue points, don't really need to worry about that. Basic speed, basic move. Basic move. Yards per second. Mm. 5 yards. It'd be 5 yards if we do it by 5 yards. That would be a fucking... I'm gonna do something real fast. Now, where is... We're gonna... Oh god, I'm dropping things. I'm gonna do something. Live. Test some. Live on air. Because this is what your boy Notepad does. Live. Fuck it, we're doing it live. I want to see something. I'm going to be smart about it. Alright. Hey. Alright. Got this. Now, dear viewers, you may be wondering, Notepad, what did you just do there? I walked my house. Because I wanted to measure how fast I could go. I wanted to see how fast I could move. Roughly speaking, I'm doing this right. This would be, if we do this, this would be about 4 hexes. If we treat this as hexes, this would be about 4 hexes. So if we go to our hex grid here, a nice little hex grid, we would be able to, with a full movement, with full, on our turn, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's just a full move. We can move from here to 1, 2, 3, 4. We can move to here to here. If we improve our speed, if let's say if we have times 5, so if we do 12, it's 12. 12 plus 12, we'd be able to move an additional one. So even 13, 12 would be 25, would be like, let's get an extra one. It's not 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to get up to you would need to get insane stats to get that extra movement, that extra step on the grid, but that should work. That shouldn't be too difficult, because then we can actually add in a move to let you, we can add in a perk to let you get a little bit in there. Is that a GURPS character sheet? Yes, because we have to rewrite the entirety of GURPS. Unfortunately for me, Sublime, I've realized that because Steve Jackson told me to fuck off, I have to rewrite GURPS for this. So we're rewriting the entirety of GURPS. This is how interplay felt. Truly, I am the interplay of my generation. Collapsing into financial ruin at this point as well. Delicious coffee. I literally, I asked very, very kindly. I said, hey, I just want to confirm. I said, hey, it's like me and a couple people are trying to update, quote unquote, an old Japanese GURP supplement, the 4th edition, a little bit more generalized for wrestling in general. You know, we just wanted to say what's the legality of powered by GURPS and using wording from GURPS Basic, a couple other things. We don't intend on selling the product at all, as it would be more of a project among fans than anything legitimate to be sold. After inquiring around, it was found that calling it powered by GURPS should be good enough, but I want to cover all my bases when it comes to working with other people's IPs. effectively was like, here's a completely free game that me and from people were going to be using. Is it okay? Like, do I have to note anything if I want to use things from these other books, just to make sure that, you know, what citations do I need? Do I need to put in like a thing? Like, is there anything in particular? And they told me absolutely not. Do not do any of that. It is not legal because someone else might do it. So because of that, Steve Jackson personally I can only assume that Steve Jackson personally is out to kill me. Therefore, we are rewriting the entirety of GURPS. Are you good at character sheet design? Look at him. Look, everybody. Look and laugh. Look at the man who thinks I know how to make character sheets. Yes, LEURPS SRD. When this is done, I will just put up LEURPS. I am the like. Honestly, you can ask around the server, someone might be able to help you. I am really bad at character sheets. That's kind of silly. Like, yeah, it's like, because technically GURPS has a thing called Powered by GURPS. They have this. And the entire idea of Powered by GURPS is it's other companies working on GURPS titles. I'm like, well, this isn't quite right. And I'm like, this isn't quite right, and I'm pretty sure this isn't what we have to do. But I want to ask, like, what's the thing? Because if you look around, there's no like GURPS SRD. There's nothing like a GURPS SRD or anything like that for like free to use. And I'm like, okay, if I use just GURPS Lite, technically GURPS Lite is a free product. I can just use that. If I cite everything correctly, it'll be great. That's not actually how any of it works. You have to be very specific with them, and they need to give you the rights to make a Powered by GURPS game. That's why I even asked in the email, that there's a thing I actually asked in the email, in my initial email here, which was, hey, you know, if this is okay, what would be the proper way to cite everything? If it's not, is there a method to getting the right to do such? You know, is there a thing I have to do to get the okay to, you know, call myself this, or is there like a sub license or something that I'm not seeing? Is that it? And they're like, absolutely not. It infringes on our IP and that. So we are instead going to do that. That is just the, that's life. That's not humble honesty. It is a painful fact of life. If you stick around here for any length of time, you will quickly begin to realize that, graphic design is not my passion, and I need to, I have surrounded myself, luckily, through the foolish and schizophrenic to give me the resources I need. Oh dear. That's gonna be so shifty, but sometimes it can be helpful. Yeah, again, it's helpful to they are helpful. IP laws are not bad. Very helpful when they are used in correctly. Things like this where it's like, hey, I want to make a free game. I want to make a free thing for the because what do I need to do to cite you properly? Don't do that at all. Okay, I'm just going to do something else then. Fuck you too. Let's see. Encumbrance should be pretty. Handle move is pretty easy to understand. Dodge. Why didn't you dodge? mean, dodge is just a dodge. Tell me more. How the fuck do I dodge? It's just basic speed because we changed basic speed, but we just changed that to. Honestly, if we just change it to reaction. If we change dodge to just reaction, this is our initiative, this is our ability to dodge. So that would be, you'd have like a 10 dodge. It wouldn't be very high. So if you dump your smarts or agility, that means you are, if you dump your smarts or agility at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to dodge very well, but you can probably, we can pick up character abilities to let us dodge better. Bingo. Bingo bango bongo, I don't want to leave the Congo on a na na na. Alright. So use this. Okay. So okay, so let's take a second and think about this. Let's take this. We're gonna mark this stuff off for my own sanity. We're gonna call this 1. All of this is going to be considered 1. This 1. We don't really need to worry about this. Right now, we don't need to worry about DR, like damage resistance or anything like that. We don't need to really worry about tech level or anything like that. We don't need to worry about any of this stuff. DR, that's... No, we don't. So, reaction. This. So, core idea behind reaction is that everything is going to be a... At its core, reaction is very simple. Most everything you do in GURPS is going to be a reaction roll. Oh, this wiki. Reaction roll. Almost everything is this. You roll, you're going to take your 3d6. I'm going to take my 3d6 here. I'm going to roll. I'm going to say, okay, let's see. I got a 14. Because I've got a 14, it's pretty good. Likeable or formidable or too formidable to attack. Request for aid, +1 on next roll. Easy enough. How NPC responds to player characters. So this is the current. This is the GURPS method, which is just 3d6 plus modifiers. Now, we obviously are not using the GURPS method. We are using the LEURPS method. The LEURPS method. We too are going to be using 3d6 plus modifiers. But how do we do it differently? I think at the end of the day, we can just do like base reaction. Base reaction, which is a combination of appearance, Yeah, actually, let's change the demeanor. Don't we do? Why don't we just change it to demeanor? If we change things to demeanor, what we can do there is change things to demeanor. This is your base. Effectively, this is your baseline. Baseline with strangers. That makes sense. If someone does not know you, all they are going to have go off of is your appearance plus your moxie plus advantages, or disadvantages. This is all they have to go off of you. This is others' demeanor toward you, and generally it's going to be just a basic guideline. Now, the big thing is, this is baseline with just random strangers. Sometimes people just don't know you. So if you want to, like, let's say we want to influence others. Let's say I just want to convince someone to do something for me. It would be 3d6. It'd be 3d6 plus modifiers. Now, what does this mean? 3d6 plus modifiers is me attempting to influence you. Hey, I want to convince you to help me. You have a natural baseline demeanor of being pretty friendly toward me. Your demeanor is here. However, I want to influence you to give me something. You think I am an attractive stranger, and I've approached you in the bar, being like, "Hey, ladies, I need your help. Hey, do you want to go out with me? I'm a sexy man. Wink, wink." Yeah, someone might be, "Oh, cool. Here's all the modifiers. You have a natural demeanor, and you roll a 3. That person's going to be fucking weirded out. Like, no, go away. Get away from me. You scare the shit out of me. Fuck you." Influence is being very active. I want to influence you. I want to do something with you. I am doing my best to do something with you. Probably actually want to find that. You pretty much have like we just do a base reaction method. We add in a base reaction, and once we add in a base reaction, we then God, what did Saul Good say? Social. Socializing, partying, on rumor, first impressions, action roll, Twinkie, Guess what? So actually make you know. But then that's how social skills would come into play, because it would be social skills. You'd be making a social check to try to get people to improve their demeanor toward you. A little bit convoluted, but totally do not want to derail your awesome work. But later, when finished, can we do a Discord call live on stream? Probably not live on stream, because I don't do interviews on stream. Are you making sure it's going to be roll under? That's the idea. It's still going to be a roll under system. Have no fear. I'm missing something. I don't know what I'm missing. Effect. Fuck. How much do we need to change to make it legally distinct? I have no idea. That's the funny thing. I have genuinely no clue. So I'm gonna try to keep everything as legally distinct as possible. Because one thing what I'm thinking about doing here to keep with the theme, you could say, keep with our Poresu, is we're going to have the crowd, and the crowd is just going to be building up, and then we have, influence crowd. Then we have just influencing the crowd. If we influence the crowd, we are building hype slash, excitement, etc. And if we do that, we're effectively just by virtue of attempting a roll, we are trying to improve it. Hence, we're going to be using this system right here. We want to influence a crowd by just building up a number. We are just building it up. I want to, hey, I've landed a big blow against you. You've been knocked down. It's my go. What do I want to do? I want to take a step back, throw my hands up, hype the crowd up a little bit, saying like, look at me, I just fucking bodied this guy. Crowd excitement go up, crowd excitement go up, crowd excitement in my favor. Other hand, you may want to go in for the kill. It's kind of that idea of you want to balance your crowd talk versus balance your time outside of the crowd. How much time am I dedicating to kicking your ass, and how much time am I dedicating to making something, trying to more indirectly build the crowd hype up. I just look at my Discord and I'm just like, oh no. Ow. Ow. Ugh. Ah, there. Back up. This. Okay. Okay, so this place is gonna, to be honest, this is going to be the thing that's going to break me emotionally. We're going to need to come up with a lot of advantages and disadvantages. We're also going to have to come up with a lot of skills and double check how fucking the combat works. Couple things to work on here, but I think we made we've made good progress. Unironically, LEURPS name pending is in a better place than it has been. You know, it is in a better place than it has been. What we should do is we should actually do let's do extended checks. How about these? I always forget about fucking extended checks because I am me and I know it happens. Place right now, legal information. We're in a decent place right now. Okay. Ow. I'm gonna call it here for today. I'm gonna call it here for today. But we're going to do. I'm gonna work on this thing. Luckily, for those curious what tomorrow's video is going to be all about, let me bring it up for you all. It is... I actually wrote the script today. It's Cloudbreaker Alliance. Yes, we're going to be talking about Cloudbreaker Alliance on Wednesday. Because Cloudbreaker Alliance is a fascinating game, and I want more people to talk about it. Even though I have a strange and horrifying feeling that it's going to be horribly forgotten by literally everybody. And I think that is a sad state of affairs. Let's play a game, though. Let's play a game. I'm going to attempt to raid someone. I don't do raids because I don't know who to raid. But there has to be someone. There has to be someone available, right? Right? There can't be anyone. I can't be alone. It would be very sad if I was alone in this. I don't want to be alone in the tabletop sphere. I mean, would it be creative? No, that would be IRL, I guess. No, it wouldn't be that. Games? Oh no. Let's think. It would just be tabletop. Yeah, it would be tabletop RPGs. Well, there's got to be someone. Let's see who's streaming in tabletop RPGs. Yeah, let's. Oh, we talked about you before. Extra life going on? Extra life. Oh no. Okay, new plan, everybody. Brand new plan. We're gonna go to VT. We're gonna go to VT. We're gonna type in WEG. No, we're gonna go to WVT. There's gotta be someone on WVT streaming right now. Come on. There's gotta be someone streaming. She's just playing Mass Effect. Damn it. So fucking over, boys. What's streaming? Shit. Well, I believe that's it, though. I'm gonna call it there. Thank you all for following. Remember, please, me, please. I never been rated. I'm so lonely in stream. Are you streaming right now? Let's see. Are you streaming right this second? Oh Lord, he is streaming. He's streaming me. That's strange, but all right. Get to oh. This is some 9D horror going on, I see. Let's see how. Let's see if I remember. There we go. Why not? I can do that if I do this correctly. Raid Kumu. Who's Kumu? Is Kumu even streaming? Okay, I'm just going to follow. I just want to follow this. The first thing I see is Kumu gets AI pregnant. What's that? Oh, it's a... Oh, it's a lolly, alright. Yep, it's a lolly, and you posted the mobile version, no less. Hello, Kumu. How many people do you have currently? 102? Let's follow. Let's rate. Now this is let's see. Does Notepad do this right? Now, if I'm doing this correctly, what I need to do is I need to select this because I am a vastly incompetent shitter. We do /raid Kumu. If I'm doing this right, follow the man to raid. Now, if I do this correctly, this is the important thing. If we do this correctly, we hit this button, and now, moment of truth, everyone. Moment of truth. Does this work? Does this work? It does not work. Oh. Oh, we have to do that, then select that. Did it work? Did it work? Oh, totally worked. Nope, did not work at all. It's so fucking over, boys. Yeah, I fucking know. I fucking know you're still here. I mean, that's what it should be, right? All you need to put in. Kuma, what's going on, Kuma? So I select this. Then I hit again. I'm following the rules here. Okay, I hit that. Okay, cool. Perfect. Perfect. 3, 2, 1, let's boogie.